It's a full moon. To bask in the glory of the moon-lit sky tells the tales of many woes and yet hoorays. I'm thankful. I allow the moon to heal me. I allow the moon to give me strength. I embrace this full moon. I let life of what I'm living, and I let go of what is not needed for my growth anymore. I allow it to be free. I allow it to go forth and prosper in other areas. So I allow the aged of myself to be set free, to go forth, and I allow the birth of life to come, and I allow both the aged and the birth to meet, and I go from that point. I allow the birth to take places that was filled with the aged, so that I may be able to grow, continue myself. If I allow those in my life that love me, I allow those in my life that will give me assistance throughout my days, that will help me to grow, help me to become who I am, through that of remembering what I am. I allow this sight, this beautiful moment, to be remembered, for it may be captured or seen by this video, and yet there is so much in the sky that is unseen because of this, the limit of what this can be seen as, and yet I'm full of untainted power, unlimited power to embrace life, to love life, to be living it, and to dream upon more than life itself, to be part of that dream, to be in a dreamlike state. I thank and I honor everything. I ask for assistance throughout my day, aiding in the task at hand. I ask for assistance throughout the day, aiding in the tasks at hand. I ask for assistance throughout the day, aiding in the tasks at hand. I ask for assistance throughout the day, aiding in the tasks at hand. I ask for Horus, Isis, higher selves, God Spark, Mother, Father, Essence, God, Jesus, White Wing Collective of Nine, Galactic Federation of Light, Buddha, Krishna, Albert Einstein, Leonardo da Vinci, Mother Mary, Mother Magdalene, Gaia, Aquarius, dragons, phoenixes, turtles, beavers, octopuses, bats, life, to be embracing, to be in just awe-struck in amazingness. The power of just believing. For I may be, through living this life of what is uncertainties play out through my day, and yet I am not afraid. I embrace those uncertainties with a smile on my face, because I know that I shall learn something from them, so that I may go through the unknown to become known, so that I may know what I do not know, and what I don't know is what I do know. I appreciate and value my life today. For today I say is Count My Blessings Tuesday, and yet that has so much to it. I'm so thankful. To come as far as I have come in my understanding of life, it's took a lot, and yet there's still more to go. And I appreciate it. There's just this magic that keeps me going, that I want, that I'm looking for, that I want to decorate and clothe myself with, embracing the entirety of life. I want to go forth and enjoy life. I want to become everything that I am. I want to be able to take responsibility for my life and that of what I can be, of the powers that I have, or from the perspective of I'm a piece of God's memory and a viewpoint, and I was created from God, and so He created me from Himself, or in His image, or what it is. So they don't necessarily have a body or whatnot. It's just, if I do represent some kind of power in the universe, and I allowed myself to be human, to have an experience, that doesn't mean I don't have that power. And I'm willing to hold out my hand to that power, embrace that power, so that I may embrace myself, so that I may love myself. And that is my ultimate goal in life, to find each and every way of loving myself, so that I may love another full-heartedly, because I understand what I do not understand, which is being able to love yourself in the most bizarre way you can say when thinking of love yourself, of going through the trials and the difficulties of what life can seem like, of what life can be. To love is a challenge upon itself. It speaks magnitudes of character, magnitude of the value and the worth that you see of yourself. It sparkles and it shines. It becomes more when it becomes less. And yet, silence is a key that has brought me to here. For only when I am quiet and just listen and observe will I become one day I will have a camera that can capture the night sky and be heat resistant, or be able to function effortlessly in a high temperature and even underwater. To be here now, though, to be able to see this and witness this, it's a whole nother thing when I can share that with the world. Share this moment in its clarity, in its acceptance. For in this moment, I am fully accepted, fully appreciated, just because, like the sun, the moon, and the air are just there because they're there. They want to help. They want to assist. They want to be something that gives hope. And the power of hope is an amazing feat upon itself. Hope is the flame that burns in desire, and the cloth that dresses options. It's remarkable. I appreciate how my soul touches me, how it brings me to love myself, how it brings me to value and honor myself, to be humbled and yet be able to know my value, to be able to go forth and adore myself. There's so much to life, and yet life is a never-ending miracle upon itself when it's life-giving. Even through what seems as a hardship, there's something amazing about that moment. There's something absolute within of itself that has no end, that has no beginning, and yet it doesn't exist all at the same time. And maybe that's not the meaning of life or the purpose of life, yet maybe that's what it means to be alive. To have no end and no beginning. To exist but to not exist. As time gives everything a place to exist at, and yet to never exist at all. A second to the next. I am thankful. I am loving. I am life. I am truth. I am clarity. I am forgiveness. I am acceptance. And I am what I do not know. For I am strong. For I am only weak in the areas where I can see where I can grow. And yet, I thank myself and love myself